Plain Township Board of Trustees, if everybody will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before us, we have the agenda. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections by fellow board members or department heads at this time?
I'd like to take off number 3 under fire department.
Any other adjustments? Seeing none, the agenda will stand as modified. First item is new business. Turn that over to the administrator.
Thank you. Item number 1 is a resolution to authorize payment to Krupulak, Wilkins, Griffiths, and Doherty for professional services.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
And that's the end of new business.
Sheriff's report. Mr. Hall.
Whoop, whoop.
Hello, everybody, this evening.
Good evening.
All right, so our report for March, calls for service was 936. We had 70 crashes, 10 with injury, and one of those was a fatal. That was up on 77. 71 alarms, 219 traffic stops, 141 citations, 41 arrests. And you compare that to last year, calls for service were up a little bit from last year. Crashes were up, injury crashes were up, alarms about the same. More traffic stops, more citations, fewer arrests, but not by much. And then the trend overall for the last few years. It's up from last year, about the same as the 2022. And I think this was the first fatal we've had in Plain Township since 2022. So,
Really?
yeah, it's pretty
That's a good thing.
yeah, it's a good thing. We'll keep it that way.
Absolutely.
Go for none.
Yeah. Any questions?
Any questions?
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cliff. Takes us to fiscal officer's report. Mr. Wolf.
Thank you. Fiscal Officer number 1 is a resolution to authorize the payment of pending warrants in the amount of $131,707.56.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 2 is a resolution to authorize payment of regular payroll in an amount not to exceed $250,000.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 3 is a resolution to authorize payment for the following medical claims.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Fiscal Officer number 4 is the financial report.
Anybody has any questions for Todd, feel free to connect with him afterwards. Okay.
Fiscal Officer number 5 is a resolution that the form of amended section 125 premium only plan effective June 1, 2024 to May 31, 2025, presented at this meeting and hereby approved and adopted, and that the proper officers of the employer are hereby authorized and directed to execute and deliver to the administrator of the plan one or more counterparts of the plan.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
And that concludes the fiscal officer report.
Okay, take us to the administrator, Ms. Campbell.
Thank you. Item number 1 is a resolution to amend Resolution 18071, Rules for Public Speaks.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Item number 2 is a resolution to update guidelines for the use of the Township Hall.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Item number 3 is a resolution for the renewal with Alt Care Healthcare Insurance.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Thanks again for the good work. I know this is one of those things that we're always timing wise, and the body's done a good job trying to manage, all manageable expenses. So, any further discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Thank you. The next item is a resolution to appoint Lisa Campbell as a prevailing wage coordinator for the Muller Drive Northwest Concrete Curb and Gutter Replacement Project.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Item number 5 is a resolution to pay Ellsworth Auto Body Shop for repairs to a 2017 Ford Police Interceptor.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
And the next item is a resolution to approve the updated indigent burial policy.
So moved.
Second. Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
And that's the end of the administrator report.
Okay, fire department, chief?
Yeah, thank you. Item number 1 is our monthly report. And I would agree with the sheriff's department, we had a lot more auto accidents in March, I don't know why, but.
It was unseasonably warm though overall,
Yeah.
so. Okay.
Thank you. Item number 2 is a resolution by Plain Township Board of Trustees to approve the payment to Breathing Air Systems for maintenance repairs to our breathing air compressor.
So moved.
Second. Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
And that concludes fire department. Thank you.
Takes us to the road department. Drew?
Thank you. Item number 1 is the road department monthly report for your review.
Anybody got questions? Okay.
Thank you. Item number 2 is a resolution to contract with RMI Cement for the Moeller Drive Northwest Concrete Curb and Gutter Replacement Project.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Thank you. Road item number 3 is a resolution to authorize the purchase of payment to Shoshone Chevrolet for a 2024 Chevy Silverado 5500 with plow spreader and uplift package.
So moved.
Second. Discussion,
Just a good job in locating that.
That's the last one for a while.
Yeah.
roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Thank you. Road item number 4 is a resolution to authorize the purchase and payment to Rush Truck Centers for a 2025 International HV 507 SFA dump truck chassis with an 84-month, 100,000-mile warranty.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Thank you. Road item number 5 is a resolution to authorize purchase and payment to Rush Truck Centers for a 2025 International HV 507 SFA dump truck chassis with a 84-month, 100,000-mile warranty.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Thank you. That concludes road.
Thanks, Drew. Tom, zoning?
Thank you, sir. Item number 1 is a monthly report.
Any questions? Okay.
Item number 2 is a resolution to declare items A and B as nuisance abatements.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
That's all for the zoning. sir.
Thank you. Takes us to the Parks Department, Mr. Steinberg.
Thanks, item number 1 is monthly.
Okay.
Thanks, item number 2 is a resolution to adjust the soccer referee assigning fee.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Thanks, item number 3 is a resolution to adopt the updated Parks Programming Organizational Chart.
So moved.
Second. Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Thanks, item number 4 is a resolution to pay all goals net and purchase soccer goals.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Thanks, item number 5 is a resolution to approve and adopt the logistics for the Cheeky Monkey Race at Veterans Park.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Finally, item number 6 is a resolution to adopt the updated rules and procedures packet for youth outdoor soccer.
So moved.
Second. Discussion,
Roll call.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, nothing for the law director, communication. It brings us to the portion of the meeting, public speaks. Is there anybody in the audience that wishes to address the board? What about our mandatory public speech for students here on behalf of government or merit badges?
So, you're here for a government project?
No, just like part of the class, you have to go to a meeting like this.
Okay, so if you need anything signed, make sure you get a, agenda,
Okay,
and then whatever you need signed. Your dad kind of filled us in.
yeah, a little bit, all right.
Yeah,
Just after I'll have one of you guys sign it for me.
yeah, not a problem. We're not gonna be here very much longer. And then you guys obviously are here for a merit badge requirement?
Yeah, badge and an Eagle Scout budget.
Oh, nice. Citizenship
No, there's
in the community, citizenship in the community, or?
communication and Eagle Scout budget,
Oh, okay, good. Now, do you need anything signed from us?
yes.
Okay, so, we will actually not be too much longer, so we'll do that at the end of the meeting.
Just so you guys have context, I mean, it seems, when you look at an agenda, it's like 10 minutes, you're already through this, but the reality is there's a lot of regular communication between the department heads in the board, so there's a lot of conversation on the one-offs, because the board can't collectively meet outside of a public hearing for sunshine laws. So a lot of the time, this is the procedural formality that we go through to officially authorize, whether it's the paying of the bills, adopting new rules, to, taking action on nuisance properties and so forth. So, again, we're coming into this, typically you only see this room packed if there's zoning hearings that are politically sensitive, I would say. Otherwise, outside of the two meetings, we may have an occasional special meeting if something would come up, but it's rare. So make sure, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this, make sure you see your way all the way into the Eagle Scout. I got to the rank of star, and then the fumes hit me, the perfume and the gas fumes. It really is, it's a real distraction. So the fact that you're here working towards that, I applaud you, and honestly, you won't recognize some of this stuff now, but it has a long-term impact. I think both Chief and John have probably, resonate some of the hires, whether it's in the fire department, whether they've come from scouting, 4-H, military. There's fundamental life principles that you're learning now and you're applying that will carry throughout, so.
And actually, for all of you, you were here at we did some business tonight that's a little bit unusual. If you were listening, we did some business pertaining to cemeteries. And there's two things that townships are actually required to deal with. And believe it or not, one is a cemetery. And we have one that is a township-operated cemetery. It's up off of Columbus Road. But there are some townships that have 5, 6, 7 cemeteries that they have to keep care of. So we have to follow the same process that all the other cemeteries within the state of Ohio have to comply with. So it's unusual, but it is a requirement. So we don't usually take action, but tonight we did it twice. Yeah, we did it twice. So do you guys have any questions for us? Okay, that was easy then. We were just kidding you about the speeches. Probably figured that out by now.
Okay, and nothing else on our public speaks? Concerns of trustees? Nothing. Concerns of the fiscal officer?
No concerns.
Takes us to the approval of the minutes for March 26, 2024, and I will so move.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.
And I will make a motion to adjourn at 6:14.
Second. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Sabo?
Yes.
Mr. Hawes?
Yes.